Hello, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. I just want to make sure that you can hear and see us. Okay, so if you could just let us know in the question section, and we will go ahead and get started. All right. All set. Thank you, Kimberly. Thanks for letting us know. So I am really excited to be here tonight. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Lee Rader. I am a field consultant with Motives Cosmetics. I've also been a master cosmetologist for going on 25 years this year. And so I'm really passionate about the beauty industry. And so that's why I was really excited to have Vena on. So for those of you that don't know Vena Pearson Hudgins is an internationally trained paramedical clinical esthetician with over 22 years experience. So we've got a lot of experience in the house tonight, right? We kind of match too. I just noticed that.
I noticed that.
Like
I like that.
the black lace going on. But what I love about Vena is we've actually become pretty close just over the last probably year. But she's like so passionate about the skincare side of things, and enough to where she actually has her own skincare, or she's a developer of a skincare line, Venus Skincare. And not only that, she travels around, and you're going to hear about that a little bit. I don't want to tell too much of your story right now. But you also travel around the world as a speaker on the topic of beauty typing, which I would love for you to share a little bit with that too, because I think it's really, really interesting. But what I also want everybody to know is that she has always been like really up on the what's going on in the skincare industry, and she's always been sort of like cutting edge in her spa. And so I feel like you're really known for that. So you're based out of California, and she has gotten multiple awards. Like, I know your spa is just so well known in not only your community, but probably, more than that as well. And so she's also become an educator for our skincare lines. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but I want you to share a little bit of your story tonight. So thank you so much for being here tonight. Welcome to our webinar. And I have to
You.
say, it's a new year and it's a new you. And I feel like that's everybody on tonight, right? Like it's a new year. So like now is the time to set some new goals and get excited about things. And so I applaud you all for being here.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
say hi to everybody and let them know, like, first of all, tell us a little bit about what you were looking for. I know in the description you were looking for nutraceuticals, and then you kind of stumbled across, motives and motive skincare. So why don't you tell everybody about that?
Well, hi everyone, and welcome to 2020. And I am so excitedly. Thank you so much for allowing me to be the very first speaker to kick off the year. I am so incredibly excited to be here. Wow, yeah, I can't believe my story only started 2.5 years ago. I mean, that's crazy. It seems like I've always been with this company. I can't imagine not being with this company anymore, to be honest with you. But I started out just looking for a nutraceutical line. Anyone that's in the skincare industry understands that beauty starts from the inside. I mean, we can do only so much topically, and if there's something going wrong with the gut, or if you have the rosacea or any of these other things going on, you really need to find a good marriage with a good nutraceutical. So I went online and I was looking, and then I started listening. I went on Facebook, I went on Instagram, and I started listening to what people were talking about. And they were talking about this thing called isotonics. And if anyone knows my studio, yes, I'm very proud of my studio. We've received Studio of the Year, Spa of the Year, all kinds of great awards. But that's because I always make sure my skincare studio only has the best of the best. So if it's not good, it's not coming in. So I went online and found Market America's Nutrimetrics, and it just seemed too good to be true. Studied it, tore it apart, tore the ingredients apart. But this is what people need to understand. That delivery system hands down a winner, because it makes me look like a rock star. If I have a client that has acne, I can put them on some digestive enzyme, some aloe. I they clear up like you wouldn't believe. So now whatever I'm doing topically is such an amazing marriage to the nutrimetrics that, again, I look like a rock star, and you have to love that. So being involved with the nutraceuticals part of it was all I really wanted. That's all I was interested in. I wasn't interested in any kind of business that this company had. I only, matter of fact, I don't know if you know this, but I actually even told that to JR. I did. I said, I really don't need your makeup or your skincare. I mean, that's all really nice and all, but I just want your nutrimetrics. But thank you, right? Like talking about your ego getting the best of you here. Oh my gosh, I can't even think about that now. But
But I
uh,
think like so many people can relate to that because as professionals, we have access to every kind of product that you can imagine,
right,
right? And
right,
so, and you had a business already. So in your
right.
eyes, you didn't know what we had because you just didn't know yet. And so for you, you're like, hey, I have a business. I'm doing really well. All I want is this. I'm good, right?
No, no, absolutely. And that's where it's so important to have amazing partners.
Hmm.
And Don and Lisa Martin, they knew what to do. They knew how to present these products to me that didn't feel like it was being shoved down my throat. It was more like, hey, you love education. Let us educate you. And that speaks volume, because I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to sway a little bit and tell you, these products, especially the skincare, are some of the most result producing, clinically studied products you're going to find on the market. And I was shocked. I was shocked because
And
I do.
the price. The price is what's crazy.
Yes,
Once you really understand the
yeah,
ingredients and then you find out how much they cost, you're like, how come they don't cost more, right? But it's so
no, no.
true.
And that's exactly what I was asking them. I said, no, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm used to selling moisturizers and serums for so much more than this. What's wrong? So I didn't understand the whole entire philosophy until I started studying it a little bit more, and was a little bit more educated about it. But yeah, I mean, our industry, and you have to understand, the biggest thing with our industry right now is loyalty, product loyalty. It's just not there. And if there's anyone out there in our industry, Lee, you understand that more than anyone, right?
Oh my gosh.
We work
Like
we
daily,
work so
daily,
hard.
I
Yeah.
see the frustration. And we can talk about that a little bit, but I just want to I want you to let everybody know, like, okay, so what happened after that? Once you said, no, I'm good, like, I have a business, I don't need another business. What
Oh,
transpired after they kind of, showed you a little bit or talked to you about, how we're different and that kind of thing?
well, I started playing around with the Motives custom blend, and that was brilliant. So I brought that in because, see, here's the thing, Lee. I had my own skincare line, and a lot of
Hmm.
people say they have their own skincare line, but they've just put their name on a bottle. No, I actually had my own lab. I actually had my own products, my own recipes for my own products. I was in 4 states and 2 countries. I was working incredibly hard to move my products
Hmm.
until one day I received a phone call, and that phone call said, "We're sorry, but we're going to have to shut your lab down." And I was devastated. And this is where you go, okay, now I understand why I was in the right place at the right time, because I was absolutely devastated that my
Yeah.
skincare line that had my name on it, that I had invested, hundreds and thousands of dollars in, was going. It was gone. And so
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was going to do. It was right. And thank goodness that I had started really paying attention. I'd actually started bringing a little bit of the product with Market America in for the skincare. And thank goodness, because if I didn't have that, I probably would have had to shut down. Because in our industry, like we were talking about, the reason why I went to my own product line is because there is no product
Yeah.
loyalty out.
Yeah. And it's
So
so frustrating because there's a spectrum of things going on in the industry. So um, a lot of people think that diversion's happening with professional brands and things like that. But the truth and the reality is so many manufacturers are just bypassing the professionals now, just going straight to the consumer through e-commerce channels. I mean, the way that we shop and buy things now is different than it was 25 years ago or 22 years ago. And so unfortunately, you're going to see more and more brands that were said they were exclusive and professional on, those retail channels like Amazon, Walmart.com. Actually, I go in my local Walmart, and if I look at the shelves, they're right there on the shelves. It's not even just e-commerce. And so it's not just diversion. It's not just these stores getting counterfeit products. Some of it probably is, some of it's maybe expired, but the majority of it is coming right from the manufacturer. So a lot of people are going the route that you were taking, with either going to, I'm going to develop my own product, but like you said, that costs hundreds and thousands of dollars, or
Thousands
they
of
go
dollars.
with private label products, which also has a lot of, cons to it as well. So
Oh,
what made
absolutely.
you, yeah, no, go ahead.
No, no, I was absolutely agreeing with you about that. There's so many people wanting you to put your name on their product. And then the reason why they can give it to you so inexpensive is the ingredients, or there's no technology to it.
Exactly. So what made you kind of see that we were different? Because I know a lot of people try to put this company into kind of a box with everybody else. They're like, oh, well, it must be like this or it must be like that. So what made you know, or what did you see that you're like, wait, this is different than what I'm used to?
Well, first of all, let's start with the owners of the company. Uh, that was amazing, that I was able to listen to them explain to us that they will never ever allow our products to be sold cheaper than what we could sell it for. I mean, just to have that kind of loyalty is not even out there anymore. It's so not relatable anymore, because you say, wait, you're going to be loyal. I mean, this is what we were used to way back when we started, right? Was this loyalty? It's just not there. So to
Mhm.
have the actual owners of the company say, hey, we're no longer going to allow anyone to undercut you. We're
Yeah.
going to allow you to get all the profit, because listen, we work really hard behind the chair. We work really hard in our treatment rooms, and to see that our products, like we go back and say, our products are being sold less than what we can sell it for, that's just not right. So that was a huge thing. But then I'm going to tell you, not only the ingredients with these products, the technology that are in these ingredients. Having my own lab, I know how much money it costs to have any kind of technology, but to have technology and to have these clinically studied ingredients in these products are
Mhm.
phenomenal. Absolutely
Well,
phenomenal.
and then what I find is absolutely amazing is when they have a clinical study with a certain ingredient at a certain amount, that's the amount we put in the product. So, I know a lot of brands out there will say, well, it has this in it, but it could just have a tiny, tiny bit in it. So they can say it's in there, but it's not as active, and you're not going to see as much of a difference because the amount is so minute that it's really not going to make that big of a difference. So I know me as a professional too, like I love that I know that these products, people are going to see a difference with them because of the ingredients in them. So we are what we say. So now that we're talking about products, what I wanted to do tonight was kind of keep everybody interactive, because I know how it is. It's a Monday night. You're sitting at home watching us, like who are these ladies? But I know a lot of professionals that I talk to or work with on a regular basis. Some of them are like, well, I'm, maybe an esthetician, and I don't know if I really, want to promote a nutraceutical, or I don't know if I really want to look into other products or any other skincare. So I thought it would be fun to poll everybody that's watching. So if you're watching the recording, sorry, you can't participate, but I'm just going to throw a poll up there. And I want you all to answer, what products do you use on a regular basis? All right, so we're going to launch that right now. And
I
we'll let
see
that
it.
up for just a little bit. So go ahead and put your vote in. So you can select one or more of the following. And I think it'll be really interesting to kind of see what everybody uses. And I'm just going to leave that up for about another 30 seconds to let you guys answer, and then I will close that up for you. The other thing that I wanted to let you guys know is during this broadcast, if you want to ask Vena a question or myself, you can go ahead and type that in the question section. And then at the end, Vena said that she would answer any questions that you guys do have. So make sure you ask them now so we don't have to stay at the end for very long. All right, so 10 more seconds.
Yeah, because I can talk forever, so they
Well,
don't,
we
I'm sure.
both can, right? Because we just love passionate about this. So, okay, so 89% said clinically proven skincare. 81% said high-end cosmetics. Let me just close this here. And then we have 72% high-grade nutraceuticals, 48% professional hair care, 57% weight loss products. So you guys, like, all of these industries are billion-dollar industries, and we know that people are spending their money on these products, right? So it only makes sense to have an exclusive line or lines, because with our brand, it's not just skincare, it's not just cosmetics, and it's not just nutraceuticals. We have a lot of different things that we can help kind of, intertwine with what you have going on with your business. So after you found out that your manufacturer was going to have to close the doors, what did you do at that point? I know that was like probably losing a child. I mean, that's huge. I can't even imagine.
It was huge. It was life altering, to be honest with you. I had put my whole entire career I had put into this business, into the skincare line, and to have it be taken away with one phone call, that was really devastating. So when I reached out to my senior partners, Lisa and Don, and I explained to them, and I received obviously the support. But what was even more important was I was getting ready to have the largest one-day event I have every year, and that's called my open house. And in that open house, I sell a tremendous amount of volume in skincare. And I didn't have the skincare to sell it. I didn't have the products to sell it. So I made that decision right there and then, after talking with Lisa and Dawn, and also Lauren. She reached out to me as well. And basically she said they're never going to shut the door on me. They're always going to have products there for me, and they would be supportive, and they have. So what I did is I pulled myself back up. I ordered a bunch of products. I studied like crazy these products, and thankfully I'd already been bringing them in. And I went 100% all in as a Market America spa. So I have all four lines of the skincare. And listen, you have to understand something. Just because my name is not on these products, whether it's nutraceuticals, whether it's my makeup, whether it's my skincare, just because these products do not say Vena, they represent me. So if these products were not the best of the best, it wouldn't matter. I couldn't bring them in. If I did not see results with my clients, I did not see how happy my clients were and that they were seeing results, I'm sorry, I couldn't have brought them in as much as I would have wanted to. Wow, what a bonus that every single product that I brought in, my clients fell in love with, they supported. And I will tell you, I did more at this open house than I'd ever done. So it didn't
That's so
slow
exciting.
anything down. Yeah, it still has my name on it. It's still representing me. It just doesn't say Venus anymore.
But not only that, now since you started incorporating these skincare lines into your spa, I know that you were actually able to downsize and get more of your time back to, do things that you enjoy. I also know that your husband recently retired, so why don't you just tell everybody about that and, you know, what is that like? Because I know how hard
Yeah,
we can work, behind the
yeah,
chair, above the bed, whatever we're doing. So tell
above
us
the bed.
above the
So,
bed.
so I was working, honestly, seriously, I was working 10, 12-hour days.
Mhm,
And I had a staff of at least 6 to 7 at all times. And it's very stressful running a spa, very stressful.
mhm.
And with bringing in all the products, I decided to start working on the business as well. Because I said, hey, the products worked, they walk their talk. So now let's bring the business in. Let's see what this business does. Well, I can tell you, after 1 year of doing the business, I have now downsized and I am now a one woman show. I can tell you my retail has not slowed down at all. It's made it easier for me that I'm now working part time. I am able to now travel. So you have to see, this is what I look like traveling. I'm sorry. I am glamping in my I'm actually from California, but we're actually in Arizona. My husband retired 11 days ago. And they always say that as things change, that you should be changing with them. And this business opportunity has allowed me the opportunity to literally get a paycheck. I'm still getting paid every
That's
week. I
awesome.
have a paycheck coming in like I'm retired, and
Mhm.
I'm still enjoying my life. I'm in Arizona. I got to go to an amazing training that these two ladies did in Arizona and enjoy still my business, but it's not doesn't feel like I'm working. It's so much fun. So now my husband's retired after 35 years in the crane industry, and he's working the business with me. I'm super excited about that. My passion is always going to be in the beauty industry, and even though I probably will never retire, I am not going to have to work myself to death. I'm going to enjoy my
Yeah.
life. So I'm going to go home, work 2 weeks, and then I'm going to take another 2 weeks off. It's
And that's what
amazing.
it's all about. We're supposed to work hard so that someday we can go and enjoy the things, but unfortunately a lot of people aren't able to do that anymore, which leads me to now I got to work on, kind of a passion project of ours, which is our Motives Beauty and Business Academy. So I just want you to kind of share with everybody what that is, what we're doing, and how it's just changing things for you and the people that you've met that you've introduced it to as well.
The Modis and Business and Beauty Academy is brilliant. Lee, you and Lisa have put together a brilliant program. When I first went to my very first one, I really scoffed at it. I thought, really? I mean, can this really be something that I know I feel bad. Um, but I was so impressed because this is a group of women that have come together that are helping other women in our industry work with industry professionals. Industry professionals are their own breed. We all know that because we're one of them, right? There's a certain way to work with us. There's a certain way to work in this beauty industry. So we are not only teaching you how to work in the beauty industry, but we're also teaching you how to work with this business in that industry. It's absolutely the most amazing group of women I've ever worked with. And again, can I mention that too? The culture of the women that we work with is by far the most amazing culture I've ever been part of. I mean, typically women tend to have a bad reputation that work together, right? I mean,
It's
it
kind of unheard of. I mean, you might have like colleagues that you're cordial with, but nothing like what we have, where we truly do care about everybody because there's no competition. There's no
oh,
competition with anything we do. And it's just a bunch of people that want to help each other grow. But basically, what we've done, and Vena's a big part of it too, is we have a 4-day academy. where we not only teach people like Vena said, and it can be men, women, whoever is interested in working with beauty professionals or professional accounts, salons, spas, cheer academies, beauty schools, any kind of account like that. We actually teach you how to go in and help them with proven systems that are going to bring in revenue. So right now, unfortunately, all of those industries are really trying to figure out how to evolve with the way the things are going. A lot of them are struggling, and everything that we have brings in revenue. So we can just kind of teach these consultants to go in, ask questions, find out what they already have going on, and then come back with, proposals on things that we can help with, because it's about the results that we can show them that, look, we don't have to disrupt everything. We can just tweak things like you did. Just start adding
Right.
things in, and, you start to see the rewards of it. And then, like you can be like, you know what, maybe I do want to kind of downsize a little bit. I kind of like having control of my time, but also like having, your professional business yet, where you can go in and see those clients and things. So everybody has a different goal, but I will tell you that there's nothing else out there like this in the industry. And so you learn everything from, and then we also have a 2-day portion for professionals where we give you in-depth training on how to market the products, how to match products with people, how to have events, how to do all these things, how to apply makeup better, how to do facial. I mean, I can't even believe what we all teach. I think we could probably keep adding to it if we really wanted to. But what have you done? Because I know that you actually are working with some professionals and some schools and, things like that. So if you want to just share everybody like how that's changing their lives.
Oh, absolutely. And it's really changed my life, to be honest with you. I've been in this industry. I keep saying 22 years. It's probably closer to 24 years. I'm just trying not to date myself, to be honest with you.
Right.
But going to and teaching and being part of the Modi's Business and Beauty Academy, I actually learn every time too. I can say the MBBA is not the same one I went to 2.5 years ago. Wouldn't you
That's true.
agree? We have evolved, we have changed, we have brought so much more to the table. So what I did is I went into, and I think she's listening too tonight. I went into a school that I graduated from 20 something years ago, and I presented them with this opportunity. And I can tell you, it has not only changed the school, it has changed lives in this school. I wish that I would have had an opportunity like this 20 something years ago, because I would be in a totally different world right now. But I was able to go in there, and I was able to work with the administrator of this school, and she is now a partner, and the schools are partners, and the schools are we are turning Modi's beauty advisors out left and right. These beauty advisors are literally being taught marketing. We're teaching them custom blend. We're teaching them how they don't have to be a cookie cutter of everyone else. So we are arming them with all this ammunition that they're going to go out there and they're going to slay it. And they're going to have us behind them. And they're going to be able to not be like everyone else. They're going to have not just a product, they're going to have a tribe behind them, helping them become successful. So I'm super proud of the school. I'm super proud of this administrator that has seen the value. But I will be honest with you. I honestly, even though I've been in the industry, I've been very successful in the industry, I don't feel that I would have been successful with the school had I not went to the MBA. And I was going as a trainer, and I still learned. And I know we do that. We sit there and we're just in awe of every time a new instructor gets up there and speaks.
Yeah, we learn from each other. I mean, I'm always learning as well, because the industry is always changing too. So it's really important that we stay, relevant and switch things up. And everything that we teach is things that we've done in our own businesses, and all the other instructors. We've got quite a team of instructors that do teach. Everything we teach is proven to work. It's not like we're just making stuff up. So that's why I think it's so valuable. And I really think that it is the answer to what's going on out there, because a lot of people are just like, how do I even, and coming out right out of school, it is so hard to get established and start really making money. So just adding in what we have to that can just make you successful so much quicker. It's just like mind blowing to me when I think about it. I wish I would have known about it when I graduated cosmetology school, because it would have totally changed my life then. But at least we can change other people's lives now, and in turn change our lives, right?
Well, Lee, this was a school that I actually graduated from. So coming full circle
I
is
love it.
absolutely amazing. It's absolutely changed my life. So listen, if you have the opportunity to come to a MBBA, it will literally change your life. I've lost count of how many people have told me how successful that has helped them become
Mhm.
after they've been to the MBBA.
It is so true. And so if you're looking for when we have the next MBBA, go to motivesacademy.com. But I do have the upcoming schedule. So our next one is going to be in Tempe, Arizona, which is in the Phoenix area, March 6th through the 9th. And then we also have one coming up in Austin, Texas, May 15th through the 18th. But again, if you're watching this recording, make sure that you go to motivesacademy.com. You can register there. You can see the whole timeline of what you'll learn. You can, I mean, everything's there. All the information is at that website. So if you have more questions, definitely go there. I know that most people that come once, they keep coming back because they're like, oh my gosh, this was so amazing, and like so reasonably priced as well. Like we keep it very cost effective because we want people to be able to come. So I appreciate you sharing all that, and I just know that I'm excited to see where you go with things. I love seeing you grow. It's just awesome to see where everybody takes it. I know myself. I've been retired. I sold my salon. I think it might be 5 years. I don't even know
Wow,
now.
that's
But I love
amazing.
it because I'm still in the industry, but just on my own terms, and I do have my time back like Vena. And so that's really why we're here tonight, is like we just want to, whatever your goals are, like maybe you're a beauty professional that wants to, be making more money, or wants maybe some time back, or maybe you're somebody that just wants to get into the industry and you're like, where do I start? Where do I begin? I know it's hard. I know it takes time. Like, what are my first steps? Just reach out to the person that invited you, and they can give you more information on, because we have lots of different partnership options with our company. We have lots of different trainings you can go to. You can go to a training before you even partner with our company as well, to kind of check it out. Which leads me to, we have a really exciting makeup masterclass coming up in Miami. So if you live in Wisconsin like me, you're really excited about going to Miami because it's in February, and it is February 4th, and it's from 2 to 8. So we have a celebrity makeup artist coming in, and her name is Jackie Gomez. She's actually done Beyonce's hair, um, Zoe Saldana, Shay Mitchell, and of course Lauren Ridinger, and she's going to be teaching celebrity makeup looks. I know we still have some seats available. They're going to go fast because we've got some amazing swag we're giving away. But the education alone, like she's going to teach exactly what she does on these celebrities to get them ready for their events and things like that. But then the next day, we have yours truly, Vena. She's actually going to be doing a master class for skincare, and it's called Skincare Secrets for Personal and Financial Success, which is February 5th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the tickets are only $50, and you get Vena teaching you all her secrets on what she's done. Although, you do share that with a lot, but I know you're going to give it your all that day. So why don't you share with everybody what else you're going to be kind of teaching and, letting everybody know that day.
Absolutely. I am so incredibly excited about this because we look at one product and we think, okay, this product is good for just this. So what I'm going to show you is not only the powerful ingredients that are in some of the products, but how you can take that one product and you can actually use it several different ways. So you don't just have to use it for that one way. In other words, we can use one product and sell it to 3 or 4 different people because it has 3 or 4 different uses. You just don't
Yeah,
know about those uses until I tell you.
I love
So
that. And
I'm really excited.
yeah, so that was one of the questions. I know we've got some questions coming through, but I believe the question was from Jessica. She's wondering, what skincare products do you incorporate in your facials?
Well, first of all, I always call them skincare treatments, just so
Yeah,
you know.
I knew you were going to say that.
A facial is a luxury, a skincare treatment is a necessity. So that's one of the
Yeah.
marketing things that am going to teach you at the master class. The other thing is it really is going to depend on, I personally customize treatments for every single person. So I don't have one product that specifically I use with one treatment. It really depends if I'm working with someone that has hyperpigmentation or rosacea, or if it's across the board. So I can personally customize that treatment. But more importantly than just the treatment itself, I can personally customize a regimen of products for them to take home. And that's what you want to do.
Mhm.
Because I always say, you don't want to go work out and then go eat a fast food after you work out. So it's the same as when you come get a treatment. You want to make sure that you're taking care of your skin after that treatment. So
And
hopefully I
that's
answered.
Yeah, and that's key. And so I think like the goal is to we've got, different skincare lines and to just to really match up the perfect skincare products for them because we can intermix them and customize the perfect regimen for each person. But so many estheticians are like, well, I don't want to promote products outside here because, I do my services and like I want them to keep coming back, but they need a maintenance program. They need
Yep.
to do things at home. It can't just be everything that you do, and they're still going to need you. And you're going to still form even, I think, a better bond with them because you're going to be helping them more by recommending things that are going to improve in between. So they might even increase their visits because I know that's kind of happened to some people too because they're like, oh, and what else can I use now? Because they start seeing results with things. They keep adding on to, what they're purchasing. I'm actually going to share the results from this poll because it's asking me to do that. Just to show you guys that, 88% were clinically proven skincare. So we know again that people are using skincare. Now I hope it's clinically proven because a lot of times it's probably not. It's probably just skincare that they got wherever. But
That's right.
high-end cosmetics is next, and I think that's important to also note that nutraceuticals is third, and so many people aren't, probably using that. So let me hide that again, and I'll show. I know people get freaked out when we disappear when I put that stuff up, but we're still here. Don't worry. But
Well, and
so
Lee, can I say
yeah,
if they don't recommend the product, they're really doing them a disservice. When you don't recommend a product to someone, especially after a treatment, you're doing them a disservice because now they're going to go put something on their skin or they're going to go take a nutraceutical that maybe isn't right for them. So
that's
you really need to do them a service by recommending.
Yeah. And I also think it's important to know that, everything that we do have as a company is the quality is there. The quality control is amazing. So I know that I feel better knowing that I'm recommending something that I know the quality is always there. Like we're not going to have a bad batch of something, or you're not going to have a client be like, "What's going on? Like this isn't work." Whatever it is. Like I just know that it's good quality, and so many manufacturers out there are starting to cut corners. They're trying to save money. They're trying to make more money. You don't know what you're always getting. So I think that that's a huge also, trait there as well. So for all of
Right.
you tuning in live, I actually have a handout that you can click on in the handout section, and it's called 12 Reasons Why Motives. And this is, all about our company, not just skincare, but it just goes over the reasons on how we're different and why you should consider learning more about our brand and our company. So I just kind of wanted to reiterate that, if you have more questions, make sure to reach out to the person that invited you, or you can reach out to Vena or I. Make sure you're following Motives Cosmetics by Lauren Reidinger on Facebook and also on Instagram. You can always reach out to our company that way too. We just want to make sure that you get all of your questions answered because that's really, really important. And we pride ourselves in working really closely with everyone to find out their goals and ensure their success that way too. But I'm going to be back here next Monday on a webinar. And next Monday, it's going to be titled Be a Beauty Boss, Pave Your Own Way. And I'm going to be interviewing Christina Lempesis, who also happens to be an esthetician, but she's got a lot of other background too. And I think it'll just be great to hear someone else's perspective and story. We all have amazing stories. It's just blows my mind where we all are now. So make sure that you tune in next week. The registration information will be all over social media. But, if you're looking for it, just check out Motives by Lauren Reidinger. We will also have it going out on Instagram in stories. I mean, it's out there. Or ask one of us. We can definitely get you the information to register. But I just really appreciate you taking time out. I know you're busy, so I appreciate you sharing everyone your story. And anything else you wanted to say before I let you go?
All I can tell you is if there's anyone out there that is looking for a way to make a difference in this industry, this is the way. I can tell you that I can stake my reputation on, if you're in the beauty industry or you're looking at working with people in the beauty industry, this is the way to go right here. You've got such an amazing education. You've got amazing support. And listen, the products, they all speak for themselves. Go try it. Go try that product. It will change your mind. There isn't anyone that was more skeptical than myself. So I will tell you that.
And I just saw another question, and I think it's important that we address this too. So Carmen is saying, you need to have the product on hand to sell it to them. Not necessarily. I mean, yes, you want to keep a little product on hand, but the way that our company works is we do give all of our accounts e-commerce sites where their clients can actually order from their website whenever they want, 24/7, and have the products directly shipped to them. But the salon or professional still gets the retail profit and they still get the sale on that product. I find that more and more people are okay with that. People don't always want to bring all the product home because sometimes they're like, well, I don't want my husband to see that I bought this much. I'd rather it just like come, so they're used to ordering online. So yeah, some people are definitely going to want to grab it and take it home right away. But a lot of our accounts, like, we don't want them to have a ton of products sitting there because they don't always know like what's going to move fast, especially at the beginning. Once you kind of know, you'll know what you want on hand. But with our system, you don't really have to have a huge amounts of products. I know in the salon world, makeup was always one of those things where we had to get these intro kits. It would sit on the shelves. It would be like, a rock just sitting there, and then it gets expired and whatever. So we kind of bypass all that. We don't need to. But again, professionals not losing the sale because our company has a tracking system where you're always going to get that retail profit. It's tracked by their email address. So they don't keep any of that. They always want to give it back to the account. And I think that's really important.
And Lee, even myself, even though I do have product in the studio, like for the last almost 3 weeks, I've been traveling. So I'm getting texts, hey, I'm out of this or I'm out of that. No problem. We'll get that shipped to you.
Exactly.
So and even during the holidays when I ran out, I didn't stress like I typically would have. I just went on and I shipped it right to them. So it took the stress completely away. I didn't have to box it. I didn't have to go to the post office. It was all right there. So it was beautiful.
Because it's like the company takes care of the drop shipping. They do all of that. All you have to do is click, 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 okay, or have the customer do it. I mean, like, I think we forget how, like, valuable that is.
It's so valuable.
Yeah. And then we have some other questions coming through, so I do wanna just address this one because I think that this is really common too. So this is from Gail, and she said that, can you address the benefits for someone who is a hairstylist in a salon, does wedding makeup on the weekends? She works so hard, which is normal because we work really hard because we're like so about our clients.
Right.
But she doesn't necessarily see how she could sell the makeup when she only sees the wedding party once or twice. Oh my gosh, we could probably do a whole webinar on that.
Just on that.
Okay, so first of all, the bride is in the wedding party is buying makeup somewhere. So when they book the wedding, there's so many different things that you can do, especially from a skincare standpoint. You want to see that client prior to get their skin in good condition before their wedding. So it's all about just like educating them on the importance of those pre-visits. There's so many things you could do. I don't even know where to start with that. You could do events for the wedding party. I've done bachelorette parties. I mean, you could do so many different things that, like I said, we've got trainings on all of that. But the reality of it is, if she doesn't see the benefit of having a makeup or skincare line to offer to these clients, she's really just leaving money on the table, because they're going to leave there and they're going to go to, the makeup store and purchase whatever she used on them anyway. She's just advertising for those companies for free. I find that clients want an expert like Vena or myself or this salon professional to recommend things for them. They're tired of going to the store, looking at products and like wondering, what should I get, or getting advice from people that maybe aren't as educated. So I find that people are looking for advice and recommendations from us. So you're just adding another value in your service to that. So many professionals take their clients shopping. So they'll take them to the store and tell them what to buy. So you're already doing that anyway. It's just that you can promote a really amazing brand that pays you really well. Do you want to add to that?
Well, and Lean, here's the most important thing. This is a relationship, and this is what we do with our brides. So this is a relationship that will continue after the wedding, because once they fall in love with a foundation that we called, Susie's bridal day or the date or whatever we name her foundation, obviously she's going to want that again when she runs out. We actually will put the lip colors, because typically brides want the lipsticks to kind of flow. So when we custom make their lipsticks, it's going to be something they fall in love with and they want again. Prior, as far as skincare treatments, I usually will gift the bride a skincare treatment. Do you not think she's not going to want to take that product home to continue it? So instead of just seeing these brides one time, now what we've done is we have formed a relationship with them. So now they're going to come back for us time and time again for that custom blend, for that lipstick, for whatever we've personally personalized for their wedding. So it just makes so much more sense that now they're just going to call me and I ship it out. It takes me 15 minutes versus that whole thing that we just went through. We added benefit.
It's just like it's so how you look at it. But like, I know that my bridal clients, they appreciate it afterwards. They're like, oh my gosh, this was so amazing. And then my last bride I did, she kept sending me pictures. She's like, you have no idea like how amazing our makeup looked, and it stayed all day, and the pictures turned. I mean, like, I hear that time and time again because of the quality. So of course they're gonna want it. So I do keep those clients afterwards. So it's not like you just meet them once. I start to create those relationships with them, which I love. You turn them into long-lasting clients, so that's great. So this, oh yes, Jessica's asking, where do we register for education classes in February? So if you are a Motives partner, you can actually register in your business account. You can go there and just type in masterclass, or I don't know, there's codes. We've posted it in our private groups. But if you are a guest for the skincare class, you need to reach out to one of us. We can help you get tickets for that. For the makeup masterclass, it's actually on Eventbrite as well. And you can go to Motives by Lauren Riding, our Facebook page, and there is an event created there with the link to register as well. All right.
And I think also on the skincare page, the Modi's professional Modi's cosmetic skincare page, there's that too.
Yeah, we've got it. And then also on the Unfranchised blog, there's so many different places it is, but we can definitely try to post it again just so everybody sees it well. So thank you all for joining us. I really appreciate you all being here, and I know we have quite a bit of people on here tonight, so it was nice meeting all of you, right?
I'm so excited. Thank you for getting on.
Monday night. I
It
love
was a
it.
lot of fun. It was so much fun.
It was. And you enjoy the rest of your vacation and tell your husband congratulations. That's so
Yep,
exciting. He's probably
I
still
will.
on like, vacation mode. And I love that
Oh,
that
we're
you
still
guys can.
on vacation. He's by the fire right now. He's
Aw.
literally sitting by the campfire, and I'm in our trailer, hoping my hotspot's gonna stay going.
Well, you better go and enjoy that with him and go sit by the fire. That sounds amazing. But I will see you soon. So thank you again for being on tonight, and thank you everybody for attending tonight. And hopefully we'll see you next week. All right, everybody. Bye.